There's nothing quite like a border derby, and a match between local rivals Kelso and Jedforest is always a highlight on the sporting calendar. And the exciting new signing for Kelso, Adnan Osman, was certainly one of the players to watch at Poynder Park on Saturday. In the table, Jed were in 7th place and were undefeated on the road, while Kelso were languishing down in 11th in the table and were very keen to get a win to boost their position. But it was JED-FOREST who got off the mark first. The forwards got clean ball at a line-out and trundled towards the Kelso line. Former Kelso number 8 Darren Gillespie had the ball and waited for the right moment to pounce for his 5th try of the season. It was a deserved start for Jed, who were good for their 7 points, with Ewan Scott having no problems with the conversion. Kelso retaliated with this move, which almost saw Andrew Haig burst through for a try, but referee Gary Gordon was right on the spot and said the pass from Kevin Utterson was forward. And it wouldn't be the first time during the game that the officials would be called upon to look at forward passes. The match was packed with good running rugby and plenty of chances, but John Scudrow's pass to Gareth Riddle should have given the Kelso number 8, or even his brother Chris playing hooker, a try. Jed's line-out throws have been inconsistent this season, and this throw-in was typical of what we've seen before. This time it gave Kelso an opportunity to attack from deep, and this was a delightful move which went along the line, missing out Mikhail Hartley and bringing Osman in to create room for Harry Lees. To their credit, Jed covered back well. Their defensive work has been particularly good this season. Still, Kelso came forward, but despite the excellent dry conditions, the ball was knocked on and the move petered out. Before the day, Hartley was the region's top scorer in the Premiership with 5 tries in 4 games, and even though he was marked pretty well during the game, he showed his class and exactly why he's so dangerous. Ioni couldn't get to the line, but he had support from his teammates who piled in to recycle the ball and go again. Kelso certainly enjoyed throwing the ball about, and with 3 minutes to the break there was every chance they were going to get on the scoreboard sooner than later. Andy Tate found Barry Sutherland, who floated a pass out to captain Kevin Utterson, but he was stopped by a good tackle by Darren Gillespie, and that's as far as Kelso were going to get. But the referee was already playing advantage for offside, and Sutherland kicked the penalty in front of the posts. This is Sutherland's first season in Kelso colours. Last term he was plying his trade in National League 3 with Hoyt Lindeen, but he's certainly taken to Premier 2 rugby and has fitted in well at Kelso. Not long to the break and more inventive play from Andrew Tate. A neat kick through down the right channel, but Ewan Scott was waiting for it, and he loves to attack from deep. It was a long trek upfield for Scott, who put his kick deep into Kelso territory, but he managed to put some pressure on Osman, who just managed to get his kick away. But it went straight into the arms of Romanian prop Alexandru Croitoru. David Gobby took it on his inside and flicked out to Gregor Young for what looked like a scoring pass, but once again it was adjudged as forward. You can make your own mind up on that one. Then Robert Hogg collected a ball which was meant to go into touch, but you never give him a second invitation to run at the opposition. It took 5 attempted tackles to bring him down, and good quick recycling saw Goodfellow feed Chris Laidlaw inside to Gillespie, and he pirouetted over for his 2nd try. It was a well-worked effort, and for Gillespie to get 2 tries against his old club before the break, well, you can see exactly what it meant to him. Ewan Scott converted, and that was it for an excellent half of rugby. Into the 2nd period, and the passion continued. Here's Mikhail Hartley stopping Gary Hill in his tracks. Plenty of commitment there. And man of the match Gillespie was in the action again, smuggling the ball away and feeding into Michael Weekly, who was in support and had Hogg outside him. Good tackling though from Utterson, and great cover work from Kelso to snuff out the attack. Sutherland had the chance of a penalty from 40 yards out, and it was looking good, but it came off the posts, and the bounce wasn't kind to Jed, with Paul Hill knocking on to the delight of the Kelso fans. But Sutherland got another chance for 3 points soon after that, and he wasn't going to miss from there. Gareth Riddle made some yards for Kelso, who were still looking for their first try of the afternoon. More good recycling and a great pick-up off his shoelaces from Osman, and a delightful switch pass from Utterson to Hartley, and Route 1, as usual, to the line. Scott was there to put in a try-saving tackle, and that gave his team the opportunity to get back and defend. But Jed were penalised again for offside, and this time the referee had had enough. He was going to reach into his pocket for a yellow card, which he duly brandished at Kreuterou, who was sent off for 10 minutes. Not surprisingly, Kelso sniffed blood, and with an uncontested scrum in place, they could plan their attack. Riddle picked up a wee dart to the line, plenty of black and white shirts coming in to take things further. It wasn't pretty rugby, but it was effective, and prop Chris Keane was waiting for the moment to burrow forward for his first try for his club of the season. As I say, not a great spectacle, but a try from 1 yard out counts as 5 points, the same as if you'd run the length of the field to touchdown. So Kelso more than happy to take those points. And Greg Ponton came on to kick the extras with the touchline conversion to bring his team to within a point. Earlier we saw a good tackle from Gillespie on Utterson. Now it was payback time. Yes, the locals loved that one, but Jed kept possession, and real credit to both sides. Running rugby was high on the agenda. Laidlaw popped the ball to Gary Hill, who found Scott outside him, back to Hill, and Robert Hogg in support. Ross Goodfellow on hand looking for support and a chance to recycle again and move across the park. Paul Hill played scrum half. Laidlaw missed out Cook to Weekly, another long pass to Gregor Young, and onto Hill, who set up another attack. Back we came again. Weekly to Laidlaw. Donald Grieve on the line. Ross Goodfellow on hand looking for support. Out to Ewan Scott. Scott MacDonald there. And finally to Robert Hogg. Great rugby, but Kelso were penalised for offside, and Jed's reward for all that was 3 points from the boot of Ewan Scott. So a bit more breathing space for JED-FOREST, but with 10 minutes to go, Kelso knew a try would put them in the lead, and they worked their way up to the JED-FOREST line. Andrew Haig linked well here with Mikhail Hartley, then looped round to collect a magnificent pop-up pass. Ponton was unmarked on the left, and Kelso support were thrilled to finally see their team in front for the first time in the match. Back came Jed again, and another burst down the flank and kick and chase from Ewan Scott. His chip over Utterson didn't bounce kindly, but Andrew Haig was bundled into touch by Gregor Young. 5 minutes left and another Jed attack, and Gillespie involved once more, with Hogg coming in like an express train. But again the pass was forward, although some would dispute that one. With the clock ticking, there was another opportunity for the visitors to snatch the lead back. Gregor Young got the ball in space and headed for the line. With Greg Ponton to beat, he passed to Robert Hogg, who thoroughly deserved his try to make it 22-18. Deep into stoppage time, and a tap penalty from Andrew Tate gave Kelso one final chance. He had Ewan Scott to beat, but it was a brilliant tackle from the Jed fullback. Ross Goodfellow came in to get the ball, some thought illegally, but the referee penalised Tate for holding on, and that was the final play of the game.
Good performance, the forwards kept it tight, then just threw it wide, so quite happy with the result.
And of course beating Kelso added icing on the cake, isn't it?
Well, undefeated, so hopefully we'll get some more results in the league now and push up the table.
What about the performance overall from Jed today?
It's quite good. We kept to our game plan, kept it tight early on, and chucked it wide, so very happy.